How's it going, guys and gals? As I said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have this will be the follow-up video to Act 7. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to knock out the Ascendancy trials, and we start out at the prison. That'll be the first one we do. I'll walk y'all through it. And it should be pretty easy, like I said before. Just take our time and you know that's the main thing. Take your time, watch for patterns. That's how every video game is, honestly. But in this specific case, since traps, no matter what level you are, will do the same amount of damage to you. Um, it's definitely worth taking the time to look for those hints or those patterns to try and get through without getting too damaged. So. I did manage to get an upgrade from our last video. I'm not sure if I left it in the footage or not, but I found a six socket, not six link, but six socket spiderweb robe, and I went ahead and I upgraded the quality to 20% and used an alchemy orb, and ended up with a pretty decent roll. It has two decently high resistances and a percentage to increased energy shield, so that's direct energy shield as far as I understand. And then on top of that, I also got added 38% increased energy shield to the piece. So, um, oh no, that it's to the piece as well. That's 6%. It has to be, right? Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, because if it was overall, it would say to max energy shield. So like right here, it says 14, the max energy shield. Um, Sometimes you'll get amulets and rings and stuff that have percentage to max energy shield. It's kind of like the passives that you get, and those are really good to look out for if you can find something that meets your needs. And me, I'm trying to push for the energy shield portion of this build, but of course it's going to be a lot harder than just getting a couple of pieces here and there. But overall, this body piece is great. Like I said, those two high resistances make up a lot, and it was already higher as far as energy shield than my other piece. And adding in that extra percentage, I actually lost about 10 life points, and I gained, I think it was like 130 energy shield. So pretty good. Okay, so we don't need to go there. We need to go to there, right there on the map. So we need to go back down. Um, but yeah, that was the one upgrade that I got throughout the last run. I'm trying to find more upgrades. I'm trying to get more currency. Though it's not. I'm trying not to do too much off camera. So I'm mainly doing mainly anything that we find. We're finding during gameplay and during my recordings. So that's the one thing. If you do have time, obviously you can farm for gear. You'll go to the highest area that you can farm in and just kill monsters. There are certain places that you can go right now that are make it pretty easy to farm. And once you're in Act 7, actually, if you head out of town, you can get six socket, six links in that area. It's rare, of course, because you're barely starting to get them, but you can get them. All right, so this is. Whoop, we're a little too far out there. Okay, so this is a pretty easy pattern. One goes up, one goes down, one goes up, one goes down. So you just basically take your time. So you'll step on where they go down. You'll step on where they go down. Just like this. Real simple, you know what I mean? See, this one is a pattern, so you just follow the spikes basically. It just goes in a row like a snake. Okay, and this one is like the last one that we did. So they go down. You take your time. Hit the lever. Always make sure to take your time, because there's no exit right here, so we have to go back the same route. Alright, so we'll follow. So go goes that way, and bam, and as it goes down, we'll follow it. Boom, easy, right? And then same here. We just do the same thing we did on our way in. Kill the mobs, get our crafting recipe, double resistance rank 1. And this one is just like the last couple ones we've done. You just take your time with the spikes. Of course, be careful with the monsters. Easy stuff. So we finished that one. On to the next. Okay, so exit out of here. Our next stop is going to be the crypt in Act 7. So let's find that. It's actually, there it is. It'll be the crypt in Act 7, and then it'll be the Chamber of Sins level 2 in Act 7. So let's go find our stuff. And usually these, not usually, they always have a recipe pretty much in the labyrinth. It's just kind of for you to get into the habit of like searching for the recipes, because later on you can get even more bonuses in your crafting recipes, but you get them from different things. And of course I'll cover those systems a little later. Once we get to mapping and whatnot, I'll probably do a video strictly on mapping, one on crafting in general, and some other videos beyond that, maybe on just the different systems that are in place. Okay, so now we got here. So this one, oh yeah, this is probably my least favorite. Okay. Okay, so now it'll stop right there. We can move and go in there. Those are usually my least favorite because they usually stay pretty close together, or the way the maps are made, they're pretty close together, so it gets kind of annoying. So right here, our best bet is just to kind of teleport through or hit the lever. I know I'm like playing around a little bit, but I'm just trying to show y'all. So we hit that lever, and we teleport like this. Everything's open, so it'll be right here. And then there shouldn't be a lever here. This is just kind of, make your way through the best you can. Using a movement skill is so helpful. It's super helpful. So and goes our recipe. Damage over time, rank 1. Alright, and now we'll get back to town and we'll go hit up the let's see, where is it at? Chamber of Sins, level 2. And doing pretty good on time, so this should be pretty easy. So I don't think it's gonna be this way. Maybe it'll be this way actually. No? Oh, okay, maybe. That's the one interesting thing about how, like Diablo 1, Diablo 2, the randomness of the layouts, and it's gotten better over time, and of course PoE does a great job on it. I enjoy that aspect of it. I know some people find it kind of annoying, but at the same time, you gotta understand, it keeps it lively, keeps it fresh, instead of knowing the exact path to every single destination every single time. It gets kind of boring. Alchemy orb. Those are like those have been coming in handy like majorly during solo self-found. So crossroads. Let's see. Come on. Gotta go back, I guess. Guess it was up this time instead of down. but um, but yeah, I mean, there are so many aspects of action RPGs like these that I love. You know, I love D1. Actually didn't play D1 until I played D2 though, to be honest. But I still loved playing it. I still played all the way through the story and everything like that. I still enjoyed it. Um, I've played other ones. PoE is a really good one though. I mean, this is probably one of the games that is taken from pretty much every other ARPG that's come before it, and just kind of built on those systems. Um, like D2 had its crafting system and its ruin system and stuff like that, and you can honestly draw, you know, from those the same kind of thing for the gems and everything like that. The only difference is instead of having skills that are locked to a specific class, you can use the skills on any class, and instead of having um, like a strict point system for stats, instead you have the passive system where you gain stats, but you also gain other traits along the way that can be helpful. Um, I always, every time I open up the passive tree on PoE, I always think of Final Fantasy X. It's just it's exactly the same thing. It's the sphere grid basically. Uh, and these are all systems that were great in their own right on the platforms that they were, and by combining them, it's just made that much better of a game. That's my whole take on it, at least. Some people might think of it differently, but me, I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking something and building on it. Um, if you can improve upon something, go for it. I mean, that's the base idea for every person doing YouTube or streaming, or and it's not just that they build on it. They actually, they're actually putting their own flavor, their own kind of take on everything. And mine is, I like to play games. I enjoy playing video games, but I also enjoy teaching people things and talking about things and elaborating on things that can make you think, hey, what if I do this, what if I do that. It's always been something that I've enjoyed doing, and so I try my best to make the content um, that y'all will enjoy, that will not take up a whole day to watch. I mean, obviously I'm trying my best to cut back on the time, so that way y'all can jump on, check out my video, leave me some feedback. I want to know what y'all think. um let's see, where is this thing at? Maybe it's back this way. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so this is the last one that we're gonna do before we have access to the next labyrinth. And again, it's all about timing. Just watch the patterns. If you look right there, you see that there's time to crank, kill all these mobs. So if we hit all these guys, kind of hit that one in a bad spot, but it's okay. Boop. Oh, well, again, this is another reason why you have well, I don't think these leave you with bleed effect, but movement skills help tremendously. If you just if you noticed, I don't have to try and time walking through there or anything like that. Same for here. I can just teleport through. Boom. Easy peasy. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. Gotta come this way. See, and I mean that's the thing right there. Take your time. unlocks everything. Boom. All of them are done. Now, if we head to the Aspirants Plaza, Aspirants, I think I'm saying that right. We should have access to the second labyrinth. So yeah, now we have access to Cruel Labyrinth. That's the one. Merciless is the next one at 68. So we're already kind of past the level minimum level requirement, and that's fine. I mean, it's always good to go in at a little bit of a higher level and make sure your gear is kind of nice. That way you have an abundance of HP and shield and everything like that. But I just wanted to cover that with y'all. Whoop, going to Act 3, I guess. It's okay. I just wanted to cover that with y'all though. This is, it's really not that hard. Knocking out the Ascendancy trials, and the next set won't be that hard either. We'll go over them again on a separate video once I get to that point. But for now, this is Elderofwoe saying over and out.